toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Head toss, check my nails.
Hey y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So today I'm gonna talk about, I need to read this, but today I'm gonna talk about my quest for going back to analog and print media. So I want to talk about how because of my friend Jordun, and she has a great Substack over at the Midday Snack. You should definitely follow her. Is getting the Sunday Times. So I get now the Sunday Times delivered to me. And I really so far have enjoyed it. They include a lot, like the book review, New York Times Magazine, the Sunday Opinion, as well as like Sunday Styles. I know they do like sometimes as well. They have like the cooking section in here, as well as like the Tonys and all of that. So here's my quest to get back to it. But before I get into all of that, welcome back again. I'm Nakara, and welcome back to the Bookish Hottie YouTube channel, where we're making reading hot because reading is hot. And here's my quest to get back into more print, physical media. So I'm excited to drink my coffee this morning and edit this and see what they're talking about in the Times. So the other reason why I decided to get into the Sunday Times is because my friend Jordun, like I said, really was the one who introduced me to it. And she essentially was like, there was an article in here about the woman who ended up dating her AI bot, and she was still married, and she spent like all her savings, like her and her husband's savings, because she was living with their parents, to on this like Chat GPT AI boyfriend. And that was in the Sunday print Times before it was on the Times like online. So that's what I do. I try to read that. I mostly try to get to it on Sunday, but if I can't, then it's like a Monday activity. And then the other thing I like to do in terms of like expanding my media is every day I try to listen to the daily. And then I also try to I always listen to Code Switch whenever there's a new episode. I love Code Switch by NPR. I also love Throughline by NPR. Like, how did we get here? I really enjoy Throughline. And then I love Our Ancestors Are Messy. That's another podcast I enjoy, besides all my other bookish podcasts, and I will list them below if you guys are looking for bookish podcasts besides my own. There are so many, and so many of us have such different styles, which I appreciate. Like, you got the Lit Library, and they're hilarious, and they do author interviews as well. But the way they do it is just like so beautiful, the way all their energy congeals together to make such a beautiful podcast. You have She Well Read, the Bite Size Book Club, and I love my girls, and they just are hilarious and kind and sweet. And then you also have the Reading Black Girls, Hey Girls, my podcast mates. They sit together in community together and like dissect book club, like their own personal book club, and I love that as well. Baddies Can Read, that's another one. Hey Girls, Hey, I love them too. They have started doing author interviews as well, and they're really good. They get into the nitty gritty and ask questions that I'm like, dang, I should have asked that. That's really good. But like, glad y'all asked it because now I know. Who else? Foolery podcast. You guys are great and amazing. Also interview so differently the mix between culture and books, and chef's kiss. Y'all do it, girls. Y'all really do. And then spoilers, stories and spoilers. Hey girl, hey. You really, really do be kicking ass. And I love that. And then from the author's perspective, I will say the Lit Library also has the author's perspective. And I believe and the Tomfoolery does too. So that also gives you like another eye into the author's process. But also my podcast family over there, Black and Published, with Nikisha Elise Williams. She does an amazing job interviewing other co-authors. And if you haven't gotten $7 of Dupree, go ahead and sign up. I did half immersive read, half just reading with my eyeballs, and highly recommend that. That was amazing to do both and have the ability to do both. Shout out to my local library. Shout out to Libro FM, who's always riding for my events and always riding for us. And if you don't know about Libro FM, I will go ahead and drop the QR code off to the side. It's amazing, especially if you're trying to get off of Audible because you got to use up all your stuff and your credits. Libro FM, what it does is supports a local independent bookstore of your choosing, and those credits stay with you until you don't want them anymore. And also, I will say this, the books are your books. So let's say you want to go back to listening to a book, you can do that. And some folks might be like, why would I go back to listen to a book if you're there on your reading journey? And I did when I went to I re-listened to the section of the Whitney Plantation of how the word is passed from Clint Smith. And honestly, I needed that refresher. And it lasted, funny enough, the drive to the Whitney Plantation from the city of New Orleans actually is an hour long. So that section of the book is like an hour and 20. So I sat there, I got there like 20 minutes before my ticket time, and I listened, and I fully listened, and it just added so much fruitfulness to it. Because I knew what I wanted to look for, because it's huge, right? It's a massive, massive plantation, probably one of the most important historical sites that we have left in the United States. And the fact that our tour guides are folks who are descendants of folks who were previously enslaved on the plantation. It just, I'm sorry, y'all. I think about that plantation and all of our ancestors, and then just coming off of Juneteenth, and just the community of it all. Like, even through our most adverse times, we as Black Americans still found community. We as Black people still found community when we were all brought here. And no matter where you were dropped off the boat or your destination, I love being Black, and I love being in community with y'all, because that was a lot, but it was well worth it. I highly recommend going. So all of my girls who are doing it, I see you, I feel you. And then also, I forgot, and I would be remiss to forget, and I really didn't forget. I'm just so in awe of the Whitney Plantation, another one of my podcast sisters and folks who are just so amazing are my girls over at Refine and Ratchet. They are hilarious and fun and kind, but don't take no BS. And I will say, through every single one of the bookish podcasts that I named, you will find something that is completely unique and so different. And I'm in awe, and I'm in thanks of that. So thank you, y'all, for being on the journey. And honestly, thank you to my podcast family over at Mahogany Books Podcast for trying to build a community and building a community and doing it with us. So shout out to y'all, fam. Thank you. Okay, so besides me going into print media with my New York Times, also I am seeing Beverly Jenkins this week. So I'm very excited. So I've been trying to collect, I'm trying to look, old school covers. Sorry, y'all didn't have my coffee. I need to do that. Old school covers of black romance novels. And she is first because I'm going to see her at Wine with the Writers this week in Baltimore. If you guys are going to go, please let me know. Welcome to my city. It's yo city. It's shoe city. Yo city. Shoe city. But anyway, if you guys are going to be there, please let me know. So I plan to get the copies that I have signed by her, because we are living with our living legends and they need to be highlighted and thanked and acknowledged, and all the flowers need to be given while they're here. And so I plan to get those signed. I'm also just excited to have an event that's like 15 minutes away from my house. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm excited for the dinner. I'm excited for the wine pairing. Because I got the ticket for the whole week, except for the paint and sip. Because every time I do a paint and sip, my thing looking like Laura Farquhar. Like, I don't need to be doing anybody sip and paints because they look terrible. So I'm not gonna do that. But I'm excited for the movement piece too. I definitely would love to do a sound bath. I would love to do all of that, and I'm excited for it. I really am. So shout out to Charm City Cultivator for coming up with this event, the ideation of it. It's really, really beautiful, and I'm excited to go. And I love that it's only like really 2 days, because right now I'm flying to Birmingham for work. And so I'm just tired. And this will also be my first time in Alabama. I've been to a lot of southern states, but Alabama is the only one I really haven't been to. I've been to Mississippi, I've been to Tennessee, but I have not been to Alabama. So I'm excited. I'm only gonna be there for the day though, because I gotta fly back, like I said, for Wine with the Writers. So I'm just gonna fly in for the day. And then what am I doing the rest of the week and what you can expect? So I am reading, I just finished Taste, the vampire quickie by Nikki Clark, a part of the Blood and Tasted little quickie series. So I love that. So if you're into vampire novellas, that was really good. And it had historical tiebacks as well and through lines. So that was super cool. I am also still reading, let me see. Let me go back. Make sure I'm right in everything I'm reading. Still listening to The Conjuring of America. And still reading The Secret Confessions of First Lady Freeman by Nisha Philia. So I think that will sustain me for this week. And then also we have book club this week. Unfortunately, I'm missing my girls over at Black and Vintage book club this week, because my book club, this is like rare though, like that, but making books book club falls at the same exact time as Black and Vintage book club. But dang, I'm really, really upset because I miss my girls. But Making Books book club is this week, and that's on Wednesday at 7 p.m. at Bodega and Vino. So we're reading, like I said, The Weight of Blood, and so I'm excited to talk about that. What else do I have? Get my nails done today, so new claws coming soon. I think I already know what I'm gonna get, so that's gonna be exciting. Need some new page turners. And then what else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna come over here and be bothering y'all and talking about stuff. So I'm excited to keep this going. Again, this is a part of, a 30-day journey. I'm trying to keep up with it, trying to stay on task with it. And then I will just end with, hopefully everybody ends up being kind. I'm on the, not even give attention to it, but I'm on the mini Summer Jam screen right now. I'm gonna say mini because it's not that like I'm not like a large creator in that way. So, but yeah, just be kind to others. Yeah, just be kind. And yeah, I hope everybody has a good day, a good week. And I really do hope everybody does have, not besides a good day, because I already said all that, in a good week, all those things. I hope folks realize that we're all human. And I also love the internet, but it can be a community tool, but let's never forget that it doesn't replace full community in real life, right? So with that being said, I will see you guys next time. Remember, we're keeping this up for 30 days. Make sure you follow my other creators that are doing this, because it is hard. So make sure you support. If you want to look for other folks that are doing this, look up Black BookTube is Reading. Okay, Black BookTube is Reading. So go ahead and follow that tag, and you'll see other Black bookish YouTube creators, BookTube creators, because it's going to be a fun ride. It's definitely not easy, like I said, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be a thrill, and I can't wait. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Check my names. Baby, how you feeling? Head toss, check my names. Baby, how you